Have you ever been stuck in a position where price is trading within a range? I mean, price is trying to form a chart pattern that you actually recognize, but you're unable to enter into the trade because you don't know exactly when to enter and possibly when to exit. In today's video, that is exactly what we're going to be talking about: how to enter into trades in a ranging market or when a chart pattern is forming. All right, you don't necessarily have to wait until the chart pattern has fully formed or when there has been a breakout before you ride on with the market. There are ways you can actually enter into the market and make some profit for yourself even before the entire chart pattern forms totally. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is one that you need to pay attention to because chart patterns usually form on every time frame, on every chart, on every security or commodity that you trade. If you're into the financial market in general, you need to pay attention to chart patterns and also be able to trade them. So after the disclaimer, we'll get started. So today's video is actually going to be very short and straight to the point. Now, when you see, first and foremost, before you even try to trade chart patterns, it is important that you know how to recognize them as they form so that you know what price can possibly do and position yourself appropriately to take advantage of it. So let's say you, of course, I want to believe that if you are here and you want to learn about how to take entries with chart patterns, I want to assume that you already know how to identify them. But if you cannot, if you are new to it, if you are new to chart patterns, you do not know how to identify them, I'll link a video right now where you can learn about chart patterns, how to identify them, whether a continuation chart pattern, whether it is a reversal chart pattern. Just click on this video and you will get all of the information that you need. So let's get right to today's video. Today's video is basically about how to find entries in a ranging market, or how to find entry when the chart pattern is forming. All right, so whether price is in a state of accumulation, whether price is in a state of distribution, whether price is expanding, you ought to be able to use your tools to mark out your ranges and also take your entries from there. Right, let's cut to the chase. Let's go straight to today's nitty-gritty. So most importantly, there are four things basically you need to understand if you want to trade chart patterns, or if you want to trade within an already established range that the market is either forming or has fully formed. So basically there are four things you need to know. Number one, you need to be sure that price is at a major level. Right, before you try to trade any chart pattern, you need to make sure that price is at a major level. What I mean by major level is either it's on a resistance level or it is on a support level. Resistance and support, you can actually mark them with your tools, your rectangle tool, your trend lines, and so on and so forth. All right, so but basically have it in mind that you must be trading at a point of resistance or a point of support. That is the first condition before you try to enter into the market. Ask yourself, is price actually at a support level or is it at a resistance level? Then secondly, the support level or the resistance level that you are paying attention to, price must not be approaching it with full force. What I mean is the momentum on the higher time frame must not be too much, else the pullback may not happen, and it is the pullback that we want to actually trade in. Right, if you are still finding it difficult to identify pullbacks, I would make another video and link it up here so that you get access to it also. So back to our topic, the momentum of the market while approaching your major level, either your support level or your resistance level, price must not be approaching that level with so much momentum, else the pullback may not happen. Now, when you've already established that price is approaching your key level and you are seeing that price is not approaching your key level with strong momentum, now what you should do is look for some form of rejection, or if you use wicks, right? What I mean by wick, a candlestick wick is something like this. So if this is a candlestick, right, these are the wicks. These are the wicks of your candlestick. So let me so let's say this is a bearish candle, let's say this is a bearish candle. These right here, these right here are the wicks, right, showing rejection from the opposite side, right? So whenever price is approaching that your key resistance level, the candlesticks around that key resistance level must be showing some form of rejection, right? The momentum must not be too strong. Even if you scale down to the lower time frame, you should be able to see that the candles around that your zone are actually being rejected, so that you can know that the market has a chance of actually pulling back from that key resistance level. All right, and then finally you have to just move down to the lower time frame and find a candlestick pattern that is easy for you to recognize. All right, it is not a must. If you don't find any that you can easily spot and trade, there's no need forcing the trade. You can just leave it. There are so many opportunities in the market that you can actually key into and make profit from. All right, so let's take that again. Number one, make sure that price is approaching a key level, whether a support level or a resistance level. All right, secondly, make sure that the momentum while price is approaching that's your key resistance, that's your key level. Ensure that make sure that you look out for the momentum of the market. Make sure that it is not so much. All right, if it is too strong, especially on the higher time frame, your pullback that you're anticipating may not necessarily happen. Okay, and then thirdly, go down to the lower time frame and look for rejections. Right, price is supposed to be rejecting that level. It's supposed to be showing some sign of rejection. You will see a lot of wicks, right, around that level. And then finally, look for a candlestick pattern. Maybe if you are trying to sell, you should be looking out for bearish candlestick patterns, the engulfing candle, and so on and so forth, right? So enough of the talk. Let's just go into the chart. Let's look for let's go over to GBP JPY. I think I saw the last time I was on GBP JPY, I think I saw a chart pattern, I think on the 1 hour time frame. So let's assume that when we come into the market, or as at the time we just came into the market, this was what we were seeing. So let's say when we opened our charts, this was exactly what we were seeing. All right, so I'm just going to be marking out the zone, right? My condition is let that the tool I'm using, let it be able to touch at least two resistance level and two swing highs and two swing lows. All right, so I'm just going to be using, it's looking like an ascending triangle to me, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to be marking. And an ascending triangle is usually a continuation chart pattern showing that price wants to continue in the same direction. So this is what I'm seeing, and then I'm just going to be drawing a trend line as the support level, right? I'm just going to be drawing a trend line as the support level, right? So if that be the case, I'm looking for, number one, I've identified my key levels. The trend line indicating my support level, and the rectangle showing my resistance level. All right, my support level, my resistance level, my support level, my resistance level. So I do not want to be trading anywhere within this range that price is forming. I do not want to be trading anywhere inside of it. I only want to be taking a trade either at the resistance level or the support level. All right, those are the only two places that I'm going to be. In fact, on this trade, I even only want to be, because the chart pattern that is forming seems to me like an ascending triangle, right? An ascending triangle indicating a continuation chart pattern to the upside. All right, so if I'm anticipating, of course, I'm not a market maker, so I'm only going to be, what the price is showing me is that an ascending triangle is forming. All right, and I know that it's a continuation pattern, which means there will be more of buys than sells, right? I'm going to be at a more advantageous point if I am buying rather than selling. All right, so that being said, I would only want to be taking my trades on this support level. It doesn't mean I can't take a trade. It doesn't mean that whenever price gets to a resistance level, I cannot take a trade. I can, all right, I can. But because the chart pattern is already forming a continuation of the existing trend, which is an uptrend, I only want to be on the safe side and continue to buy. All right, it doesn't mean that there are traders who would come here, take a buy, come here at the resistance level, take a sell, and like that. Let me expand that. There are traders who do not mind. They will come here to this resistance level, right? They will come to the resistance level and take a sell. Come here, take a buy. Come here, take a sell. Come to the support, take a buy. Come to the resistance. Remember, you're only supposed to be selling at a resistance zone, all right, and then buying at a support, except you're trying to trade a breakout, right? But today's video, we're not talking about breakouts, okay? So that is what I want you to understand, right? I only want to be taking a trade at the support and at the resistance. That's the number one condition, right? Number one, make sure that price is approaching a key level, a major level, either a resistance level or a support level. I do not want to be trading anywhere within this range, okay? I do not want to be trading anywhere inside of it. I only want to take my trade here or here, okay? So that being said, right, secondly, I want to check. I hope momentum is not too strong while approaching my key levels. All right, so in this case, let's take that again. In this case, price is actually approaching a support level. I'm looking to buy, okay? So if that be the case, I will just allow price do its thing, right, and come right over to my support level. If it doesn't come to my support level, I wouldn't force it. I will just let it go, okay? There are other securities to trade. There are other, you can trade crypto, you can trade anything, all right? So the point is, do not try to force the market into doing what you want it to do. Just continue to work with what it is showing you, okay? So we're just waiting for price to get down to so now let's say I want to take a trade from this level, right? So now price is at a resistance level. Price is at a resistance level. Even those who marked out their trend line this way, right? Even those who marked out their trend line this way could have still gotten a trade right here. All right. So let's even pay attention to the support side first before we go over to the resistance side. Okay, so let's say this was what we had, right? When we just entered into the chart, this was what we had, and we were just waiting for price to get into that support zone, right? Some people would have marked out their support zone at the extreme end, just like I did mine. Some other persons would have marked out this support level. Both are valid, depends on how you draw it, okay? So we're just waiting for price to come here and approach this level. All right, so number one, price is approaching a key level, right? And when price got to this support level, you can see the rejection here. You can see the rejection candles here, which is the second condition, right? Which is the second condition. There has to be a rejection on the higher time frame, showing that yes, price is not coming there with so much momentum. Price is not about to take out that zone or that trend line. All right, so let's say I go down to the let's say if the 5 minutes time frame, let's say I go down to the 5 minutes time frame, you can see right here, after showing some form of rejection, it finally gave a candlestick chart pattern, right? It finally gave a chart. I cannot even see any clear candlestick chart patterns that I would have taken my trade from. If I don't see it, no problem, right? There will be other confirmation in the market for me to actually take my buys from, right? But I can see a neckline here that was broken. So if I had seen maybe any bullish candlestick pattern, maybe a morning star, maybe a bullish engulfing chart pattern, and the rest of them. Okay, if I had seen any of that, I would have just taken my trade immediately after seeing that, as long as it is around my support level. All right, but I didn't see anyone that stands out to me. I'm not going to force it. What I'm going to do is I'll just allow price go, right? So, but at a point, price came here to this neckline. Price came all the way to this neckline, right, and gave another opportunity for me to take a trade, right? It gave another opportunity for me to take a trade. So maybe I would have taken my buy position from here, right? But even if it is not clear to you, there's no need to force it, right? Even if it is not clear to you, there's absolutely no need for you to force it. There are so many opportunities in the market, right? There are so many opportunities in the market. So let's say we're still following what price is doing, right? Now it has finished with a support level. It is heading over to the resistance level. All right, it's going to continue that until it is ready to break out from this entire chart pattern, which is the ascending triangle that it is forming. Okay, so let's click on the play button. You can see it approaching. Let me pause that. You can see it is right here. It is in a, let me take this off. Right here it is in a support, a resistance level rather. It is in a resistance level, right? Looking at this very bullish candlestick, I would want to take a step back, right? But then inside of this resistance level, I want to see what price is doing. It is, to me, it seems like on the high time frame, it is showing a resistance towards that angle, right? You can see it is showing rejection. We can see about 3 candlesticks here showing rejection, right? 3 candlesticks showing rejection. Number one, price is at a major level, a key level, and then the momentum, even though it was strong here, when it got into that resistance level, it actually slowed down, which is what I want to see. I want to see price actually slowing down in my zone. All right, so I would at least be rest assured that it will not take it out. Even if it takes it out, it may just be a fake out, but it wants to actually reverse or take a pullback from that zone. Okay, again, I want to move over to the lower time frame, look for rejections, and then finally look for a chart pattern that I would find. Remember, this is our zone, right? Price came here, I think so you can see a lot of rejection there. And then if I were to enter into this trade, this is exactly where I would have entered immediately after spotting this evening star chart pattern. I hope you know what the evening star is. If you haven't checked out my candlestick video, you can check that. Maybe I'll link it up right here. Okay, but you can see this is a clear, let me look for so this right here shows to me that price is giving me an indication. It shows me that price wants to actually sell. Remember, it came here, it rejected it came all the way down. I couldn't find a good spot to enter into the trade from. It came here again, did the same thing, came all the way to this point, rejected it again, rejected that price again, and then finally it came here and gave a very obvious evening star pattern, right? These 3 candlesticks, I'm talking about this. Let me take this away. I'm talking about this candlestick right here, this candlestick right here, right? You can see that shooting star right here, and then finally a bearish candle. 3 of them makes an evening star candlestick pattern, indicating that price wants to actually sell. And this right here is where I would have taken my trade from. All right, this right here is where I would have taken just after the evening star pattern was formed. You can see, even if I just target my next, let me see, I would have actually left the market somewhere here. All right, that's a clean 1 to 5. Like, once that's a clean 1 to 5, or I would have just gone here, maybe extended it all the way to this point, right? I would have just extended it all the way to this point. It will still have given me a clean 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. 1 to 3 risk to reward. Okay, so even if I want to extend it, even if I want to hold the trade for long, let's assume I'm a swing trader and I want to hold this trade for long, this is just a very nice entry, and then I would have just continued with price until maybe when we got to the support level, right? But even if you do not want to wait that long, as long as you have your 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5, I think you shouldn't be greedy and just leave the market, right? Especially if you are not a swing trader or a position trader. But this is a perfect entry. Price was at a major level, which is a resistance level. When price was coming into it actually showed some sign of rejection. When you scale down to the lower time frame, you will still see some form of wicks there to show that price is rejecting that price. And then finally price showed a clear bearish pattern, right? A clear bearish candlestick pattern, which is the evening star pattern, right? And then you can just take your trade from there. It is just as long as you have these 4 things in mind, it's actually easy for you to find a trade. Make sure that it is at a key level. Make sure it is at a major level, not just randomly anywhere. All right, not just randomly anywhere. So let's go back to the higher time frame and let's see what price kept doing. Right, let's see what price kept doing. Let's see something here. So I would even like to extend this my support level, right? So let's see what price continue to do on that in this range. Let's see what price continues to do. Now price is selling, right? So even if you were not satisfied with the 1 to 3, right, you can see that price is actually aiming for this support level, right, which is a clear 1 to 14. If you have the patience to hold your trade long enough for you to cover all the 1 to 14 risk to reward, why not? You can do that. You can actually do that, right? But some people are not comfortable with holding their trades for long. So if that is you, then it's just best you have gotten a perfect entry already, so just find a way to get some part of the cake and you can leave the market. Okay, so now what we're looking for is price coming into that level. You can see that price is actually approaching the support level, right? The support level that you have marked again. Now, like I said earlier, some people may decide to mark it out this way. Since it is forming it has touched this, since it is forming a new resistance inside the major resistance, some people will come here and mark out another support level, right? You can actually do that, but I would rather prefer to stay on this because it seems to me like the support level that price is going to respect more. It doesn't mean that price is not going to respect this support level. No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, so let's just pay attention to what price would continue to do. I think I should increase this a bit so that we do not waste time. Again, look at that rejection. Look at that nice rejection at a support level. All right, you can see that when price was coming back to this support level, it wasn't coming with full force to take out that support level, right? It wasn't coming to take out that support level. There were so many rejections around the support zone, around the support trend line that I marked. So whether you use a trend line or use any other tool to signify your support level, it doesn't change the fact that when price was approaching that level, price was actually stalling. It was taking its time, right? It wasn't like coming down with all the force to take out that level. Okay, again, I'll do the same thing. I'll move over to the smaller time frame, right, and look for a rejection and possibly look for, this was the zone that price was afraid to take out. It came here, came all the way to this place, came here. I think even gave a week to take out those who were too quick to enter into the market, right? It actually came here and right there it gave a bullish engulfing pattern, right? look at it right here. It gave a neat bullish engulfing pattern just around the support level, right? So even if you were late to this, after this bullish engulfing pattern was fully formed, right, you can enter here. Of course, price came back again to test that zone, giving, so even if you missed the first opportunity to get into the market, this was like another opportunity for you to get into the market, and then price continued to buy from there, right? Price continued to buy from there. So let me take out my long position too. So even if I had taken a trade from here, even if I had taken my trade from here, giving space for my, of course, for my stop loss to breathe, and then if I had even targeted only this last zone here, if I had targeted only this place here, right here, I would have still gotten a clean 1 to 4 risk to reward, right? And even if I decide to buy up to this resistance level, I would have gotten a clear 1 to 8 risk to reward. I hope this is clear, right? It's not difficult. You can test this. Of course, like I always say, it's not enough for you to watch a video or videos about a certain topic. Go over and practice it. Watch how price react to your key levels, on your support level or your resistance level, especially when price is trading within a range, whether it is just an accumulation range or a distribution range. So it is quite straightforward, right? Just make sure that you understand the 4 conditions before you enter into the market, right? Now go over to your chart. Like I always say, it's not enough for you to watch a video or series of videos about a particular topic. Go into the chart and let the chart be your teacher, right? Let the chart be your teacher. You can practice it on crypto, practice it on any kind of securities that you trade, right? Practice it on any time frame, and I'm sure that you're going to see results if you actually put in the work. So thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I believe this video has given you some form of value. If it has, I hope it did. But if it has, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer them when I see them. Also, you feel free to share this video to anybody who you feel is trying to learn a few things in the forex market or in the financial market in general. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.